Hello everybody, my name is Master Ant, and I'm here with a new video. Wait a minute. No, I'm not. I'm here to return to an old video. That's right. The video that costed me so much the minute I made it. The minute I uploaded it costed me so much. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the return of the Patreon video. Dun dun dun. That is right. The last time I made this video, I was a giant dumbass. I didn't do my research. I just was spitting bullshit out of my ass because, I don't know why. I don't know. Don't ask me. I just was. So, without further ado, guys, let me get right into this. That's right. I actually did my research this time, and I'm about to blow your minds. So, I didn't know what Patreon was. Of course, I did a little research, so now I know. I have a very good understanding of what it is now, and I'm really glad I do, because it seems to be really cool. So, Patreon is a crowdfunding platform, which allows artists like YouTubers, webcomic drawers, writers, fucking artists, like actual artists, like drawing and painting, to upload their creations on the website and allow them to get paid for it. I'm guessing it really didn't. The payment processing is weird. Don't worry, I'll get into that. And like I can't speak. The Patreon allows people to actually upload their content on their website, and people can subscribe to them, subscribe to them, like Twitch subscriptions, like kind of like that, where you have to pay, kind of like that, but they get rewards for it. It allows people to do that, thus getting the creator or the author money, which allows them to get them going in their career. Now, Patreon, since Patreon probably takes forever and have so many employees, they do take a 5% commission on pledges, which is like subscriptions I was telling you about. So the 5% commission is usually on average about $7 per creation, paid creation. And so while they're doing that, and almost half the users on Patreon are YouTubers, while the rest are not to put the rest down, but the rest are writers. They draw webcomics, like I say, and they make podcasts. So Killing Him Softly podcast that my full Triforce homie fella make over there in his second channel. So that people like him making podcasts go on Patreon and they get paid for it. And I think that's really rad because it just lets them start off and shit. So there's some pros and some cons about Patreon, though, and that's what this video is about. The pros and the cons of Patreon. Now that we know a little bit, now that we know a little bit about Patreon, let's get into the beef and bazizzy of this, and let's get into the pros and cons. So, there are a couple of pros and a couple of cons. Both make really good points. Both are really viable, you can say. So, first, the cons. The first con that I find really irritating is the discoverability. The ability for people to find your works and your creations on Patreon. That the search engine really has nothing against you. It's just, it kind of goes against your title. And mainly the featured page, kind of on iFunny, but for Patreon, the feature page rarely changes, if changes at all. So the same creators are shown up on the home page as featured. And it's just very slim for people to search through Patreon, scrolling through it, and find your creations. So the only people, mainly the only people that will fund you on Patreon would be your fans, if you're a writer, your readers, if you're a YouTuber, your subscribers, if they want, and if you're a webcomic drawer, then it would be your readers as well. And that rarely, the search tools, they're very basic, and they just work against your title. The second con is payment processing. It's really difficult. Let me see if I can explain this. First of all, the payment processing, like the pledges, the 5% commission on the pledges I was telling you about, the pledges, which is the subscriptions, are processed per creation, and charges are applied at the end of the month. So it's a con because let me give you an example. Let's say I'm on Patreon, I upload a video and I put it as a paid creation on Patreon on the first of the month. If somebody starts following me or like subscribes to me on Patreon on the second, they won't be billed until the ending of the following month. Until the end of the following month. So like they won't get the rewards, and their the creator won't get their funds until the end of the month after that month I uploaded the creation. And that's just like, bro, why though, bro? Just why? And it's like, that's just like, why though? And there's another con. I mentioned this in my last video before I went off on a dumbass tangent about nothing. It's just, Patreon, I believe it was meant for small creators, like small YouTubers, writers, kind of like me without any fans, webcomic drawers who like want to get off. Like I believe Patreon was made to help those people out. But there's also very popular people that are that are abusing the system. Like I believe H3H3 Productions uses Patreon. Please don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going off of what my boy Triforce Tony told me. I believe he uses Patreon, and what I think is, I don't think he should. I don't think he needs to, first of all, because he has a pretty big following on YouTube, and pretty sure that makes him a good amount of money. I don't know how much, but I'm pretty sure that makes him a good amount. And like other big YouTubers like that are using Patreon to get even more money on top of the money they're getting from the ads on their video. And that just rubs me raw, bro. Okay, enough with the cons. Here are some pros. That's right, there's actually pros to Patreon. Luckily, Patreon's actually a pretty cool website. Now, I went digging around in the internet, even went into the deep web where all the black market stuff is going on. I got hacked like 14 times. I fought off like 3 kidnappers. It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. But I did it for you guys, because I love you guys. Mwah. Okay, there's actually the support and service of Patreon. They are very, very, like, it's just awesome, dude. Like, they're very open to customer feedback. And, like, a while back ago, I believe, they negotiated a better payment rate with their payment processors and passed along the savings. Like, they gave the savings, like, they distributed it among the creators. And I just thought that was really cool, because, like, it shows that the creators of Patreon and like the workers there and the big top dollars in Patreon care about their creators, care about their users. And I just thought that was really cool. Another pro is Patreon community is growing every day. There's new projects being launched on Patreon, new creators creating an account on Patreon. It's just, the Patreon community is growing greatly, and I find that really cool, because that will probably open a lot of opportunities for the small creators. And rolling right into that, the creators get paid. Yeah, we all know this about Patreon. It's just like PayPal or Kickstarter, one like that. It's creators get paid for the creation so they can pursue their dreams of like creating art. Like, for example, me, if I join Patreon, I'll get paid for making YouTube videos and for making you guys laugh and smile, and that's all I want. And sorry, just this entire video is just gonna be me staring at this complex, because I am getting into this video to the max. The next pro after getting the creators being able to get paid would be the opportunities it provides. The opportunities Patreon provides are plentiful and very well. Like, it can provide opportunities for small creators getting noticed by the big people, and it can also provide opportunities for like people who want to pursue their dreams but like get told like it won't be possible. Like for instance, me, I want to be able to make you guys laugh through my retarded videos as I am doing right now. Hopefully, laugh or smile, whatever. Even you call me, that dude's a fucking idiot, and you just laughed. You laughed right there. So that's what I want happen. I want you guys to be able to laugh and smile. I want to be able to brighten your guys' day up, even if just a little. But I am told every day by multiple people, you just stay in school, man. Like major in something really you don't really like mechanical engineering. That way you can actually make a good life for you. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stay in school. Trust and believe that. Dang, everything just changed. What the fuck? I'm gonna stay in school, but I still want to make you guys laugh through my videos. Like if it's possible and plausible, I would like to be big YouTuber like Markiplier and make people laugh and smile and make their days just that much better. And yeah, that's what I want to do in my life. But multiple people, even my parent, is saying you should stay in school. Like it probably won't happen. Like you're wasting your money. Like I bought the new mic I'm using right now. It was $53. I got so much shade for it, and I don't care because it's allowed me to making better videos for you guys, and that's all I care about. Like, and on Patreon, if I start using that, it would pay me to do stuff like that, and thus forth, it would allow me to hopefully make my dream come true in the future, which I'm gonna try super duper hard at because I like making people happy. That's one of my major goals in life. My other major goal is being able to order anything at a fast food restaurant without having to look at the price because everything's expensive as balls. And another opportunity is actually an opportunity for Patreon. If a certain community, science fiction, discovers Patreon and starts using it, Patreon could grow into something so much bigger and so much better. And it will just be amazing, dude. It would just be amazing. Like, it would shoot off, boom, into space, probably into Mars. And like, if you are a starting off creator and you need help and you need inspiration, I highly, 100% without a doubt, recommend that you go to Patreon. Because they will not only help you out, but they will make your dream become a reality. And that's all that matters, to be honest. Anyways, guys, that's all I have to say about Patreon. I did a bunch of research, as you guys can tell, even though I rambled on a little bit because I don't know how to speak English because I'm a retard. And hopefully this will make up for my last video on Patreon, which I did unfairly, and I apologize. If anybody who's using Patreon is watching this, or anybody from Patreon working there somehow trying to my video and watching this, Patreon's amazing, dude. You guys are great. I highly respect you guys for what you guys are doing, and I condemn you guys for your guys' actions. Condemns wrong you, or holy shit. I respect them, and like I don't know the right word. I like their actions. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, guys, if you guys somehow enjoyed this dumbass video with my dumbass rambling on, if you guys enjoyed anything about Patreon, go check out Patreon. If you enjoyed my dumbass, check out my channel for more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!